Hey baby. Hey baby, come here. Come on. I got that voodoo for you, Booboo. You heard me? Well, howdy doody everyone. Well, since I can't make reaction videos, I'm gonna make these story videos. Let's get everything. To all of our new subscribers, thank you so much. And if you're new here, come on. You can come and join the Truth Army. We don't lie to you here. Come on, just hit the subscribe button. Come on. Good work. Today's beautiful nails are brought to you by Heather in Buffalo. Go check her Instagram link out down in this description. Oh, and well, I didn't forget everybody else. These videos are always brought to you by you guys. Holy shit, that's good. Anyway, alright. Today's going to be a little interesting story. It's a little two-part story because part of it has to do with me being a paranormal investigator and investigating some weird voodoo shit. And the other one has to do with some weird shit from, well, when I was a kid and did some stupid shit. So, I don't know, we'll start with the stupid kid shit. Alright, we gotta go way back in time here. I lived half the year in the city of New Orleans, or Metairie, which is a suburb. And then the other half of the year I lived on an Indian reservation. Ooh, excuse me, rock star. Ooh. Anyway, I lived on the reservation, and I'm well known on the reservation. Well, my family is, just because, well, like a lot of us have some kind of funny names, but my grandmother was the medicine woman, and my grandfather was the chief at one point. So we were in that kind of thing, and so I'm pretty well known, okay? That being said, I was dating a girl from Metairie, okay? I'm not going to divulge her name, because by any weird, freaky chance she sees this, I don't need her to try to do any crazy shit again. We'll just get on that out the way. Well, I was dating this girl. She lived in Metairie, okay? Well, so and it's not that far from the reservation to Metairie. It's like 45 minutes to an hour if you take the right way, depending on the traffic. It's not a big deal, okay? Well, all this stuff was going on. I was going back and forth. Everything was fine. She got a little, I don't want to use the word testy, but she got testy. She got a little bit weird, okay? So I just went, okay, well, we'll just hold off, okay? Skip a day, and then I'll see you the next day, just to let you chill out. Well, she took it as we broke up. That's not what I took it as. That's what she took it as. That's not what crazy. Anyway, she went to downtown New Orleans in the French Quarter, where, if you know where to look, even to this day, you can find voodoo shops where you can buy fucking ground bat wing and chicken's blood and all kind of crazy shit. Okay, that's the place to do it, and that was where you went before the internet. Okay, well, she went there and hired, and I quite literally mean that, with money, hired a voodoo priestess to really just straight fuck me up. I mean, just to be, I'm going to be right out there, okay? She was that hurt over me saying, all right, well, let's take a day break. You can calm down, I'll calm down, and then I'll see you the next day, okay? In that 36-hour period, she went and hired this chick, okay? I understood about voodoo. I'm from that area. Voodoo and native tradition shit is kind of like on the weird same level. So it kind of, I understand it, okay? Well, I didn't understand the street version of voodoo, which is different, okay? Because there is very much a a difference in street voodoo. I know it sounds funny, but it is. Because what they are is they're voodoo, they're also con artists, okay? So she paid this chick to do this, okay? This chick said, I got you, hun. Got you, no worries. Gotcha. Chick went home, okay? I don't know how long after she went to her, this chick, this voodoo chick, came to the reservation, okay, and looked for me, okay? Well, it's not that hard to find me if you go, hey, where's Bayou at? Everybody goes, his family's house is over there, okay? Like, it's not that hard. So she found me. And, well, the scam began. She wanted a lot of money. And for me at that time, being 16, 17, whatever, I think I was 16 or 17, that was nuts. Like, she wanted $200,000 from me to not put this curse that she was holding in her hand in a little bag, like a little witch or a little voodoo bag, to not do this to me. Okay? And it didn't go well. It didn't go well. Because, like, first off, you're on an Indian reservation. Okay? How are you going to come on a reservation and make spiritual threats? Like, you can't do that. Like, my aunt, my grandmother, like, all these people were right there all of a sudden to go, no, you ain't doing, no, you're not. Like, and literally, like, mess with this chick. So, no joke, she wanted to scam me out of $200,000, a 16, 17-year-old kid. Okay? Maybe because the way the reservation was set up, my family's property looked like we owned a lot of shit. No, natives don't. We don't own a lot of shit. But, like, literally, that was their scam. And that's when my aunt and my grandmother both explained to me what street voodoo is, where it's, they really do that, they sell shit, and they really do stuff. But what they would rather do is scam both parties out of the money because neither one of them can do anything about it. Well, we're native, we can. And that's exactly what my aunt said. It's like, we're native, we can't, we're not taking that shit. I don't give a fuck if she's voodoo or not. My aunt's exact fucking words. It was great. That chick tucked tail with her little wrapped fucking head and scurried right the fuck out of the goddamn reservation as fast as she came in. And I never ever heard, saw, or anything from her. 2 weeks later, the girl, because see, I knew at this point because that chick told me what happened. She said, your girlfriend came to do this to you. 2 weeks later, so I didn't talk to the chick. 2 weeks later, that chick right there, she caught her own house on fire with a curling iron. Her family's house that was like 150 years old, she burned it down with a simple, like, curling iron. Okay, that's what she said in the official report is. Okay, like, I don't know what the fuck really happened, but how the fuck does a curling iron burn down a 100-year-old house? Don't mess with voodoo shit. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Part 2. All right. Anyway, sorry. All right, this is the good part. Well, the good part. This is the paranormal part. All right, so this was, let me make sure I get it right, 9 years ago, almost 10. We'll just call it 10. Okay, we're going to call it 10 years ago, okay? It was a weird time in me investigating, like, because I had already gone full-time. I had done a bunch of stuff, and I had done stuff with other teams, and I was working this weird little travel thing where you kind of went all over the place. Okay, what I was attempting to do was gain experience. I was trying to literally be on as many ghost hunts, as many investigations, as many anything as possible. So if anyone went, hey, bro, we're doing this over here, man, I would go, I'll be there, bro. So, like, I did that for a while, okay? And that's where this investigation comes in, okay? We were already in Louisiana, and it was like a half and half deal where I was like visiting family and kind of doing a little bit of investigation work. I was working with this other little team that I'm not going to mention names because they wouldn't want me to. We were investigating some of the very old graves there, including Marie Laveau, who is the voodoo priestess. I mean, like, she is the shit, you know? And so we were investigating all those things. And, oh, excuse me, a woman walked up to us while we were outside of the walls. And see, like in Louisiana, in New Orleans, where Marie Laveau's grave is, there's big walls. Like covered, it's above ground because it's all mausoleum, so all the stuff's above ground. Because you dig, just water, like it's nuts. But we were outside and we had a van, and so we were getting stuff, messing around, and I believe we were taking a break. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really remember that. I don't know if we were done. I don't think we were done. We had to be taking a break. But anyway, this woman walked up to us and said that she needed help. And so we all went, well, what do you mean? Like we're not gonna like give you any money unless like you want some food. We'll go buy. We're like, what kind of help do you need? And she said that I had a curse put on me by this voodoo lady, and she handed me a card. Okay, and it was a card, and it said voodoo priestess, blah, blah, blah. And on the back it said tarot reading, all the stuff, you know, all the bullshit, you know, like, you know, spells, potions, all that good shit, you know, like basically a big ad for her. And I said, well, how do you know that you were cursed by her? And she said, she told me, and then gave me her card. And said what it was for. And I was like, did she ask for money? As if my first thought, because of, you know, my experiences. She said, no. She said, I just wanted to warn you that your life's about to get horrible. And then handed me a card, and as she was walking away, said, someone decided to pay me to put a curse on you. Good luck. And like walked away. I, as the kind of person I am, went, who in the fuck did you piss off? And she said, I think my ex. And I was like, oh, it's one of those things. Okay, well, just chill out. It should go away after a little while. You'll be fine. Like, I kind of blew it off in my head because of, you know, the whole ex thing. You know, they give up, you know. It turned out not being her ex. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. But because I was a police officer, and because, well, I was a bounty hunter, and I'm very decorated as a police officer and a recovery agent, the police department, like, will work with you. Like they worked with me on getting some information about this woman, okay? So doing that, I also had her file a report with the police department. And in New Orleans, if you know anything about that place, you would know that, well, there are tons of police reports every year about voodoo or paranormal stuff. It happens. It happens. We get them sometimes. It's nuts. Okay? Well, anyway, as a cop, as an ex-police officer, I went to them first. I told them what was happening, and they did a report. I got some research, and then I told them what my plans were. I was going to go talk to her. And they said, be careful. That was it. So I went and talked to her. Her address was on the card. She had a little voodoo shop in the French Quarter, like all the good ones do. And her husband were in there. And I walked in, and her husband said, yo, bro, you got bad energy. Like, and he said it in a way that was not like a fucking weird surfer, like oh shit, and it was a weird thing to say, but it happened anyway. She responded by, yep, he's not here for something good. And I looked at her and said, what do you mean? I'm here to buy ground bat wing. I need 2 pounds of ground bat wing. At that point, her husband went, the fuck you need like that much ground bat wing for? And this is not even a joke. It's not even a joke what I turned and said to this man. I looked at him and said, I got bad habits. And he started to laugh, okay? The reason I said that to him was to get him to laugh, okay? That loosens people up, okay? Well, they were like real, I don't want to say loose, but they were okay at that point. And I was just like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm here to just ask you a few questions about voodoo. And they went, cool. And then my line of questioning immediately threw them into knowing what the fuck was going on. Because I asked them, do you get paid to curse people? And the first thing back was, are you a reporter? And I said, hell no. No, I'm an investigator. I'm a paranormal investigator. And this is just for like my knowledge. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. She admitted to it. She was like, yeah, we do. We do. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But anyway, what kind of things do you, like, how much do you charge? Like, you know, like, what kind of, can you tell me that? And she said it ranges from $250 to $2,500 to $25,000, sorry. I was like, damn, so somebody can come in here and tell you, they want you to curse somebody for $25,000. She said, yeah, they want them to be, like, gone, you know, like, gone, yeah. Like, wow. Wow, that's some crazy shit. So I left there at that time. Okay, I left there because, well, I realized, holy shit, is this real? Like, I should check more into this shit. Like, let's go check into this. So that's what I did. I left, I went and checked into it, and I went and checked that, well, voodoo's fucking real. If you do things in those manners, things will happen. It may not be magic. It may not be really voodoo. It may not be anything. Maybe it's just some kind of weird mind force. But there's too much fucking evidence showing that actual voodoo shit works. Okay? I saw it for myself. Okay? We tested shit. Okay? And it didn't end well. Okay? Well, anyway, I got a firm grasp on real voodoo and how it really worked. And I went back. And they immediately recognized me. I mean, how couldn't you? Like, come on. Like, but anyway, so we started talking again immediately. And, like, dude wanted to give me this black, like, onyx blessed crystal that, excuse me, I did everything in my fucking power not to take that fucking thing. And I didn't take it. Because by the end of it, he didn't want to give it to me. Because I asked him straight out, how in the fuck can you live with yourself by doing these horrible things to people for money? Like, how in the fuck can you do this? And then I brought out the client. Well, I called her my client. We weren't charging her anything. About her and how she needed to remove the curse before something happens. I mean, like, you don't know what's going to happen. You tell people you put a curse on them. Those people are probably going to try to put a curse on you now. Okay, like, oh, Miss Voodoo Priestess now has a curse put on her. Like, I was just trying to reason with them. Well, that didn't work. It didn't work. She threw, and now let me bring you up to speed on. There was 3 of us that went this time, okay? Because I knew that dude was going to get a little unwieldy, and I just wanted to make sure there were witnesses that he swung or did something first. Because I knew it was going to happen. She threw a jar of what looked like cinnamon sticks. I couldn't go what the fuck it really was. It flew right by my head and almost hit one of the people that were with me. Okay? At that point, they were pissed off. And we were all pretty much ramming up to each other and nose to nose. The guy said, I'm going to put a fucking curse on your fucking dumb ass, and started like yelling and screaming and shit at me. And I'm not going to lie. I lost my shit and I hit him. I knocked the whole hell shit out of that dude. Pop. He went down. His old lady started crying. All kind of craziness broke out. The police came really fast, which was really, I thought about it then. It's really fast. It was kind of weird. Like they were waiting for something to happen. And they arrested him and her because they had, well, a lot of drugs. Like for real. Nothing to do with any kind of curse or anything like that. It was dope. Like she had dope. They were selling dope out of that fucking place for real. Okay? Life lesson, don't sell dope and do stupid shit. Anyway, voodoo's very real. You have to be very careful with that shit. Like, you gotta be very careful. Don't, you know, like, you could be doing one thing and get fucked up on a whole nother thing. I went back to the woman and told the woman that that lady agreed to take the curse off, and, well, all kind of shit went down, and she's in jail now, so you have nothing to worry about. Well, I heard from her 3 months later. She was perfectly fine. No curse, no nothing. Mind over matter. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, make sure you like. You don't really have to. I don't really care. But thank you anyway. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Come on, things get kind of fun in here. Sometimes our live streams are awesome. All right. Anyway, I'm out. Bye.